You're watching TSU TV 98.
Coming up on TSU TV News 98 live at 5, the pressure is on. Stay tuned to see how TSU plans to tackle exam week.
Plus, see how President Glover is getting the campus in the holiday spirit.
All that and the Tigers are rolling into the playoffs. From the TSU News Network, your News 98 live at 5 starts now. Good evening and welcome to TSU News 98, live at 5. I'm Krystal Nichols.
And I'm Shannon Beach. It hasn't happened since 1986.
TSU is going to the playoffs. News 98 Sports' Dominique Parks is here with more.
That's right, the TSU Tigers advanced to the playoffs. Last time this happened in 1986, head coach Coach Reed was a player suiting up. Now he is coaching. If the team plays well against EIU, there could be a change in how TSU Tigers are looked upon. And to get you into the mood, there's a really big pep rally scheduled tomorrow in Keene Hall. Get in the action to send the team off to Illinois starting tomorrow at noon.
Sounds like a good game.
I wish I could go and see them.
I know.
It's been a long time, like 30 years. Whew.
Thanks, Dominique.
One street in Nashville was taken by surprise on yesterday as Big Blue volunteers took on the role of Santa Claus to deliver gifts to children, giving them an early Christmas. Reporter Courtney Mickens has more on how Torbert Street was filled with Christmas spirit.
The aristocratic bands kicked off the first annual Christmas tree lighting presented by President Glenda Baskin Glover.
So we celebrate this holiday season with a gift of love, a gift of giving, and I ask God's blessings upon each of you, and may you have a wonderful and prosperous and safe holiday season.
Students were given cozy refreshments such as hot chocolate and cookies as they waited for the Christmas tree to light. After a visit from St. Nick himself,
ho, ho, ho! Happy holidays and Merry Christmas!
the TSU family took a trip to Torbert Street, where they made the holiday season a little brighter for a few families.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
Here on Torbert Street, many of the families are grateful for what TSU has done. Many items such as toilet paper, paper towels, and toys were given to each family.
Yeah, and they called me and said that TSU alumni was adopting the whole street of Torbert.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very excited. I think that was very nice of y'all to donate something back to the community.
TSU students were excited to give back to the families.
You're empowering others who've been where you've been, where they are. You know the struggle and how it is, and being out here to give back and help others, give them a little hope and a little holiday cheer. So it's always good.
Earlier today, members of the TSU family visited Straderland Retirement Home, where the elders of the community were given various gifts, and the TSU family gave them a chance to spread the holiday cheer. For the TSU News Network, I'm Courtney Mickens.
TSU came out to celebrate the holidays in the annual Student Christmas Tree lighting last night in Humanities. With performances from numerous organizations, the event promoted not only their talent but their Christmas spirit. With SGA President Devontae Johnson along with Miss Tennessee State University Maya Black, the crowd was entertained as they sang Christmas carols. Students representing their organization showcased their talent with acts such as dancing, singing, skits, and more. The end of the semester is here, and that means students are preparing for finals. News 98 Chantel Copeland talks with students and faculty about the importance of finals week.
Finals for students means a step closer to graduation. This last week of classes is the time to put all that was learned during the current semester to the test. Senior Martina Mitchell says finals evaluate the student's performance, so just prepare.
An evaluation of the semester, how you did versus how you could have done. You know, my opinion, finals, they're coming anyway, so you have to be ready.
According to the library's reference department head, Fletcher Moon, extended hours of the library will be available for students.
So if you are working a job or your classes are at certain times, morning, afternoon. You can still access the library late evening.
Junior Sean Thompson appreciates the extended hours and says it's a big help.
Extended hours that the library offers, I think, is real beneficial to students because it gives them a place outside of their dorm room where they might get distracted to actually focus on doing their work.
TSU students will have access to the library for study hours for 24 hours beginning Sunday, December 8th to Tuesday, December 10th. Normal business hours will return that Wednesday at 7:30 a.m.
People, really need this time to study and want to do good on finals.
TSU's library provides the time to do so. For TSU TV 98, I'm Chantel Copeland.
The examination schedule for finals can be found on tnstate.edu.
What will you be doing next spring? Have you met with your advisor yet? It's time to start signing up for your next classes. Registration is now open for the spring semester. Early registration is now through January 15th. Classes need to be confirmed this year. Classes start January 16th, and late registration runs through January 24th. To see your account balance, pay fees, or to confirm your classes, go to your My TSU. You must confirm your classes by January 10th, or you will be dropped, even with a zero balance.
While registering for your classes, take some time to give your professor a grade too. The online course evaluation period is now open but ends tomorrow. Just click on your My TSU to rate your professors and classes. It's your opportunity to evaluate your classes, how your classes have gone, and say whether you think your professor was effective at teaching your classes. Be sure to rate your professors before the end of the day tomorrow. Coming up, see how the SAFE program heals hearts around the Nashville community.
And see who took a tour around the Department of Communication, and all that and more after the break.
Many find an escape from reality through music, as it can be soothing and relaxing, but one organization is taking music therapy to a whole new level. News 98's Delvakio Brown has more on an organization that is taking the problems of soldiers in Tennessee and helping them through the sound of music.
For many soldiers, making the transition from war to home is hard. The healing process from tragedies that they experience is a difficult task to come through. And one organization, SAFE, helps that healing a little easier through music.
So while Dennis, Andrea, and I
Some things are just hard to open up and tell, but SAFE, Soldiers and Families Embraced, serves as a non-judgmental ear for many, whether it's counseling services or peer support groups for veterans. SAFE supports military kids in school and soldiers home from war. One program that they offer that's connecting very well is the retreats that are held where veterans are matched with a songwriter. The combination helps the songwriter in giving them a chance to create music and the veteran a chance to create words into a message of hope and inspiration.
Some of the different programs we offer are individual, couples and family counseling. We offer client advocacy in the criminal justice system and the mental health care system.
A way that SAFE has fundraised thousands of dollars is through breakfast that has been held all over the state of Tennessee.
We raised about $7,000 at the breakfast this morning. This is part of our fall campaign, and we have raised almost $30,000 through the rest of our fall campaign, and we had another breakfast as well. So we're expecting that this will total about $37,000 to $40,000 for us.
To find out more information, you can log on to thesafenetwork.org. With TSU News 98, I'm Delvakio Brown.
SAFE is always looking for artists who are willing to lend their talents to help with songwriting. You can visit thesafenetwork.org to get more information.
We all remember visiting a college campus for the first time in high school. Hillsborough High School students had the opportunity to get a hands-on tour of the day in the life of a mass communication student. News 98's Odessa Lewis has the story.
Students from Hillsborough High School get a first-hand look at what the Mass Comm department at Tennessee State University has to offer. The Hillsborough High School students learn how to work the switchboard in the news studio, the audio devices, and they also got a chance to do a live interview with one of the TSU students. One very talented Hillsborough High School student had a lot to say about his experience at Tennessee State University.
On upstairs where we talk on the radio, have to make people know who I am, be like, oh yeah, I'm the singer, I produce music, well, try to produce music and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a great, I love it. And if I ever fall in love so true.
The Hillsborough High School teachers were very excited about the experience that their students got from visiting the Mass Comm department.
There's only so much you can do inside a classroom, but what's really going to motivate them is when they can see people who are not much older than them really putting what they're learning into action. And so for my students to be able to come here and get that hands-on training with you all and see what it's really like when you're doing a live production is so great for them.
The tour ended with a question and answer session. The Hillsborough High School students were able to ask the TSU students and Mass Comm faculty about the department as a whole. Many Hillsborough High School seniors fell in love with the Mass Comm department, and they plan to enroll in the future. From your TSU TV News 98, I am Odessa Lewis.
The students said they had a great time learning about our department and experimenting with our equipment. We may have some future Tigers in the making.
With snow in the forecast, it may seem early to think about spring break, but you can already sign up to get ahead of your classes instead of heading to the beach. Registration is now open for Extreme Spring Break 2014. It's a chance for you to get ahead or catch up on a lot of general education class requirements. You can earn a semester's credit in a week. You may even qualify for a scholarship to get the classes for free. For more information on the courses and the requirements, check out the website at tnstate.edu/stars.
For the members of the TSU forensics team, stage is not an option. The fall semester forensics team fulfilled expectations, impressing students at Monday's showcase. News 98's Andrea Pascasio has the story.
Poetry, prose, speech are one of the many categories in the arts of forensics. The TSU forensics team showcase took place in the Polk Auditorium this Monday. 8 students performed their best piece on stage.
Students like Tyler Kinglock perform a speech in under 2 minutes.
Using a book for that. So up next, Tyler Kinglock.
Story of Charles Lindbergh, where he became successful in his flight. As a poet against states, enter to learn, go forth to serve.
Well, we're having auditions this Wednesday, December 5th at 7 p.m. in Crouch Hall in room 409, and we'd love to have people come out and audition. You'll need to prepare a 2-minute monologue or poem, some sort of acting thing for a couple of minutes, or you can bring 2 minutes of a speech that you've done in your public speaking class, and we'd love to see one or both.
The showcase gave the team a chance to share their talents with the TSU community while also promoting the forensics team.
It was really fun. Had a great time. There were some really great speakers tonight. Actually got me pretty interested in forensics.
The TSU forensics team is supported by a generous team of donors. If you would like to join them, please send an email to tnstateforensics@gmail.com. For TSU News Network, I'm Andrea Pascasio.
The Tennessee State's forensics team is practicing for their next tournament, which is next weekend in Ohio.
Coming up, see why TSU students are in the Big Blue spirit, and find out who's the head chief in charge of putting things in print on campus next in Tiger Talk.
Welcome back to TSU News 98. Today in Tiger Talk, we have LaToya Pickett. She served as the hem of your campus paper with quite a few semesters under her belt. Today we have editor-in-chief of the TSU News Network, The Meter.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, how are you, LaToya? It's a pleasure to have you on today.
Thank you for having me.
So, being the editor-in-chief, that means you're the big boss of The Meter. So, coming into TSU How did you find your way into writing and writing to a level where it's so great that you become the editor-in-chief of the Meter?
Well, first of all, I came to TSU the spring break of my senior year because one of my childhood friends went here. And so I was really astounded by the scenery and also by the history. And so once I came to TSU, I reached out to the news editor, who was at the time Ashley Taylor. And so throughout the time, I just started working. I just really loved the scenery of the Meter. And so I became editor-in-chief in 2011. And
wow.
Yes.
So you've been the editor for a hot second now.
Yes, 2.5 years.
So we've seen a big turnaround from last spring to now. So how are we going to transition with you now leaving us, which is very sad? Like, how are we going to move forward?
Well, for the past few weeks, I have been training a young lady, and I'm very excited.
Can we get to?
No, not right now.
Oh, we can.
But I've been training her, and I'm really excited about the things that she's going to be doing. And so we're still training. We're going to be training throughout the break, so she's really going to be ready.
Okay. So once you leave, what do you want people to remember LaToya Pickett, the editor-in-chief of the Meter, as?
Well, first of all, I want people to remember me for my work ethic because, as you said before, you know, we did a turnaround, and it's because we have a great advisor, but beforehand, it wasn't like that. And so I was working really hard to make sure that people understood what the Meter was about.
Yeah.
And so I really want people to understand my work ethic and how hard I went for the paper. And also, I want people to remember me as just, you know, a fun-loving person. So
what's going to be the hardest thing to let go as editor-in-chief of the Meter as you leave?
I think one of the most difficult things leaving is just being around the office. The Meter served, for me, wasn't just a paper or just a resume builder. It was really like my life.
Wow.
And so I'm just really going to miss just being a part of the Meter.
Well, LaToya, we thank you for being on the show today. Coming up in sports, we have the TSU Tigers as they get ready to head north for the playoffs. Dominique has more in sports. Thank you, and this was a pleasure to have you on the show today.
No problem. Thank you.
Just a few days ago, the TSU Tigers football team was sitting here, patiently waiting on the announcers to see if they would hear their names called for the FCS playoffs. TSU's football team and coaches were thrilled to hear TSU being called in the last slot against Butler University. It has been nearly 3 decades since TSU has won a playoff game. Hear what the two-time defensive back, Daniel Fitzpatrick, has to say about the good news.
It did at first, but once I saw Jacksonville State get in, I thought we had a pretty good shot. You know, we beat them head-to-head. We ended up with the same record, but, you know, head-to-head, I believe they usually take that into account. So once I saw them get in, I thought we had a great shot.
The game for both teams, returning quarterback Mike German put TSU on the scoreboard first, as he found receiver Ron Mitchell open in the middle of the field for a 25-yard touchdown, with 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Coming back from an injury, German completed 14 of 24 passes for 201 yards and 2 touchdowns. TSU did an upset with Butler, winning 31-0, which advances them to play Eastern Illinois University this Saturday, who is #1 in our conference. On the hardwood, the TSU Tigers are having some tough luck. TSU Lady Tigers took on Lipscomb Lady Bisons in a hope to win their second game of the season. Guard Rachel Allen and guard Diamond Beatty collectively scored 6 3-pointers in an attempt to stay ahead. Allen shot her last 3, sending TSU and Lipscomb into overtime. Unfortunately, TSU fell short to Lipscomb in an 81-78 duel for the win. TSU will head to Jacksonville, Florida for another shot on the court. Meanwhile, the men's basketball team took on the University of South Carolina upstate last week. TSU's junior forward Michael Rett scored his first doubles of the season, putting up 11 points on the board
and 11 on the hardwood, along with the junior shooting guard, Pat Miller, who put 20 points on the board with 7 rebounds. This is making his 21st straight game with double digits on the board. Bringing it back home, the Tigers played Alabama A&M last night at the Blue Out game, which was a very close match, but the TSU Tigers lost by 1 point, ending the game with 66-65 in the fourth quarter. The Tigers will travel to Philadelphia this Saturday to take on Drexel. Also Tuesday, the Flying Tigers and the Tiger Bells claimed the highest total points at the Music City Challenge. The meet was held nearby at Vanderbilt University as a kickoff event for the local universities' winter track and field seasons. TSU won both meets, with the men's totaling 96 points to knock off Belmont. The women scored 86 points to knock off Vanderbilt and Belmont. Our very own junior Trayvon Alexander shined, winning both the 60 and the 200 meters with a time of 6:94 and 22 seconds. The Tiger Bells junior Jalen Burr took home the top spot in the triple jump with a jump of 12 and 3 meters. I think that was a really good jump. I wish I could jump that far.
No, I really admire those track runners. I mean, I would, but I have asthma.
I hope you don't fall out right now.
Oh, no.
Coming up, find out what rapper stopped by the radio station to meet and greet with students.
And see next, what musical is coming to Tennessee State University? Coming up right after the break.
WTST The Blaze has managed to bring another rap star to the Big Blue Country. A native of Nashville community, Starlito, paid a visit to Tennessee State University Monday evening. Over 80 students gathered in the Performing Arts Center to meet and greet with the upcoming legend. The headline track for his new mixtape was produced by the TSU student, Reddy Robb. Starlito stayed for quite a while, taking pictures and talking with all TSU students who turned out. Lots of the holiday feeling will be floating around the Performing Arts Center tonight. The music department is hosting its annual Follow the Music program tonight, starring at 7 p.m. the caroling and musical all around the PAC. There will be singing and music in the Rotunda, Recital Hall, and in the theater. Everyone is invited to the free event. TSU showcased some of its own major talent last night in the Eddie T. Goins Recital Hall. The music department and members of the Student University Choir put together a concert just in time for the holidays. The performances featured spirituals and gospel selections, as well as some familiar Christmas tunes. Part 1 of the concert showcased TSU's choir, and Part 2 highlighted a gospel chorus here on campus. There are 2 concerts the music department has in store before the semester is over, including that very special holiday spectacular tonight at 7. Dreamgirls, the musical, is coming to Tennessee State University, taking the campus by storm starting next semester on January 23rd. Best known for the 2006 interpretation starring Beyonce Knowles, Jennifer Hudson, and Jamie Foxx, focusing on an all-girl singing group striving for fame in the music business while running into problems with race, love, opportunity, and trust. The tickets are now on sale at thecircleplayers.net. You have more than one chance to catch the showcase as the Dream takes on stage until February 2nd. Adult tickets are $18, students and seniors $60 and older are $15. However, tickets for the January 30th are $11. A special discount will be provided for the TSU students with a valid ID. Something I got to do. Go watch and see.
I'd love to go.
You should come see me. I'm in it.
Oh, really? I was going to see it now.
Just saying. That'll be a great show.
That's all we have for this edition of TSU TV News.
Join us next year for more news you can use. We leave you with the sounds of TSU's University Choir. Happy holidays and good night.